Hey, what's up guys, it's Bakes here and thank you for joining me for today's video, which is an unboxing. Super excited whenever I get to do an unboxing here on my channel because I actually don't do them very often, but today I have this pretty big package from Umbrella Entertainment. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there would know who Umbrella Entertainment are. For those who don't know, they are an Australian movie releasing company here. They release a lot of cool stuff on physical media. In today's package, there's nothing really in particular. They just recently had a sale on their DVDs, and as you guys know, I pick up DVDs, so I just tried to get my hands on as many movies as I could that I feel like I wanted in my collection. Now, I was a little bit late to the sale, so a lot of cooler things that I really wanted to pick up were already sold out, but still some pretty cool things to go through here. I'm pretty sure I picked up 12 or 13 movies, so there's a fair few to go through. So here's the box here. I've covered most of my personal information there on the front, but it's a pretty big box, so let's get into it. If you've seen any of my unboxing videos on my channel before, you guys would know that I really struggle to find a good camera setup. I used to have it at a higher angle so you couldn't really see what was happening on my lap. Recently I started doing an angle over my shoulder, so you're sort of seeing my point of view in a way, I guess. But I still really suck at finding a cool angle to do these unboxings at, so hopefully you guys can give me some ideas. There is a YouTuber that I watch where his unboxings, he does them really well. It's almost like a bird's eye view sort of angle. His name on YouTube is Slashin' Captain. If I remember, I'll link him in the description below. But his unboxings and the angle of his unboxings are just really fucking cool. But either way, lid open. We got a little receipt here. Cool. And then we've got a pile of movies under a whole load of packing peanuts. So I'm definitely going to be spilling peanuts everywhere, but fuck it. Lift them out of the way. I've actually got the spines of the movies facing away from me, so hopefully I can keep them like that so I can just go through them randomly. So there are the spines there, so you guys are going to have a look to see what's coming up first before I do. Lots of packing peanuts on the floor. Alright, let me cut this bubble wrap off. And like usual, I'm just going to sort of be riffing here. Just talking about the movies as I go. From my memory, I don't remember exactly every movie that I picked up, but from memory, I think I've seen maybe 2 or 3, something like that. So a lot of them will be first-time watchers, but here we go. So, the first movie we have here is Prisoners of Ghostland with Nicolas Cage. This is one I do actually see in stores a fair bit, but this sale, as I said, they had a sale on all their DVDs, so $5. This one in stores, like JB Hi-Fi and everything, I'm pretty sure goes for 20, so, that's a massive percentage off. And to be honest, I actually haven't heard much about this movie at all, but I'm on a really big Nicolas Cage high at the moment. Which I'm sure everyone is. I think he's just a genuinely good actor and just very charismatic and stuff. So, Prisoners of the Ghostland. So that was a cool one to pick up. As you can tell, haven't seen it before. Next one here. This was one of my favourite ones to actually find there. Rent-a-Pal with Wil Wheaton. This one came out back in, I want to say 2017, 2020, okay, so a few years off. And the idea of it just sounded really cool. This guy renting a videotape called Rent-a-Pal, and it's Wil Wheaton's character on the TV, and they form a relationship. It just sounds really fucking cool, really interesting. This was definitely one of my favourite ones to pick up on this sale. I definitely remember that, so keen to get into Rent-a-Pal. Any of these movies that you guys have seen before, and without spoiling anything, let me know what you think of them in the comments below. here's a cool one. I haven't heard many people talk about this movie at all. But it's called Death Warmed Up. And look at the cover and everything. That just looks like something that would be up my alley. What year is this from? 1984. So it looks like it could be like this cheesy, fun 80s flick. I don't know, just something about the cover screamed to me. I actually haven't heard anyone really talk about this movie. I've sort of heard it in passing. But as I said, just the title and the cover just drew me in, so I knew I had to get my hands on that one. Alright, next up. Okay. This was somewhat similar to what Prisoners of the Ghostland was. Minder. I know this movie is from a different country. I just don't know what country it's from. But again, this is one that I have seen in stores like JB Hi-Fi and everything a few times, but it's actually like ridiculously priced. It's like $25 or something, so getting it for like $5 on this sale, absolute steal. I again don't know much about this movie, but I think again just knowing that I could get it for a really good price, it's worth checking out. It looks like it's like an escape confined space sort of movie. I could be wrong, I can't find what country it's from, but I think it's French, a French movie. So yeah. Okay, yeah, this was a really cool one to find. Again, one of my probably favourites that I picked up in this sale, Bliss. I have not seen this movie, but I have been trying to find a copy for it for ages, and I actually didn't know that Umbrella had released this movie, so this was a cool one to find on their site. I remember they did a double feature with Bliss and VFW, and I wanted to pick up VFW as well, since I saw that Bliss had its own release, but VFW was one of the ones that was sold out. But I'm happy to roll with this. Directed by Joe, I always fuck up his last name, Begos, Joe Begos. He's a really cool director. I'm keen to get into Bliss. Like I said, without spoiling anything, guys, let me know anything about these movies, if you have anything to say. Next up, we have King Kong, but this is the version from 76 with Jessica Lange. I always remember Jessica Lange from American Horror Story. That's just me because I fucking love that show, or I loved that show the earlier seasons. I have not seen this version of King Kong, and I think King Kong's just one of those timeless classic stories, so might as well check out an adaptation that I have not seen before. So had to pick up the 70s version of King Kong. Next up, this one called Girl on the Third Floor. I remember this one having a little bit of hype back when it first came out. 2019 it says. It's got CM Punk in it from WWE. It's got his real name here, Phil Brooks. But I'm keen to check this one out. I think I'm a big WWE fan, so I think I'm more so keen to see how CM Punk is as an actor, but could be interesting. Pick that one up. Okay, here's another one that was one of my favourite finds for this sale. After Midnight. And I think this is one that was on very high demand because I remember I added it to the cart, and then while I was, adding more stuff to my cart and looking through other movies, it was out of stock, so I must have grabbed one of the last copies, I guess. But this has been one that has been on my radar for a very long time. So long of a time, actually, that I've actually kind of forgotten what it's about. I remember hearing something about it and it intriguing me, but as I said, it was so long ago, I've sort of forgotten, which I actually don't mind, because obviously if it intrigued me at some point, it will probably draw me in again, so going in blind and getting that pleasant surprise could be nice. I'm guessing it's a monster movie, creature feature, but yeah, After Midnight. I actually don't remember picking this one up, but I will take it. I don't know, maybe I vaguely remember maybe adding it to the cart. I don't know, Sator. I don't know what to say about this movie because as I said, I don't even really remember adding it to my cart, but could be interesting. It looks like a, I don't know, cult possession. Reading the back, satanic presence, ritualistic killer. Okay, I don't know. Could be interesting. Sator. Now this is the one. This is one of them that I have seen before, and did enjoy this one when it came out back in 2019. The movie's called Harpoon. I don't remember it very well, but it's like 3 people on a boat. It's a horror comedy, but it's got it's like dark comedy, and it's sort of got the 3 of them playing against each other, isolated on the ocean. I remember this one being alright, but I haven't seen it since, probably back in 2019 when it came out, so excited to check out Harpoon again. Getting to the last few, here we have The Mad Magician, starring Vincent Price. I'm trying to get these closer to the camera. I just realised I've been holding them pretty far back. I don't know much about this movie, but what I do know is that I love Vincent Price. So, that alone is worth checking out this movie. I'm pretty sure I remember this one being the last one I added to my cart as well. Like, you know, you're flicking through what you've got, and then you just see something pop up in the recommended, and I'm pretty sure this was one of them. I'm like, yep, no, I need that. So The Mad Magician. Hopefully that one's alright. Last 2. Here we have a film called The Wind. I'm pretty sure the person that directed this movie went on to do the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Emma Tammy, yeah. Again, I don't remember this much about this movie, but I remember hearing people say that it wasn't too bad from a few years back now, so excited to check out The Wind, see what it's about. And lucky last, here I have a classic, and one that I used to see in stores all the time, but I haven't seen it recently, so I was super happy that they had this one on their website, and that is Tarantula. I've said this from day dot on my channel. I grew up watching killer animal movies, creature features. They were my favourites growing up. I've said Anaconda, Rogue, Lake Placid. Those movies were my most watched movies as a kid. I just loved them so much. But Tarantula was one that I never got around to when I was young, so I'm happy to get my hands on a copy of it and give it a watch now that I have it in my collection. So there we go, guys, through everything, just making sure there's nothing lying in the bottom. Like I said, how many movies was that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 movies. Yeah, and like I said, it was all part of a sale. It was all DVDs for $5. And then obviously the addition of having it shipped, but yeah, it didn't take too long in the mail because I am Australian, and as I said, they are an Australian company. So just to relay again through the things that I picked up: Tarantula, hold that closer to the camera, The Wind, The Mad Magician, Harpoon, which I thought I had seen more of these than what I thought, but I think honestly Harpoon's the only one that I had actually seen before. Sator. I have no scripts for my videos, but whenever I'm doing my collection updates or unboxings, I just go way off the script and I fucking don't know what I'm talking about half the time. After Midnight. Girl on the Third Floor. King Kong. from the 70s. Bliss. Super excited to check that one out. Meander. I think I'm saying that right. Meander. You have just woken up, stuck in a pipe, full of deadly traps. How far will you go? Okay, so it's like Saw mixed with, I don't know, like any confined space movie. Death Warmed Up. Cool. Again, this one's probably my favourite pickup from this haul, Rent-A-Pal. And then the movie almost just dropped off my lap. Prisoners of the Ghostland. Alright. Like I said, if you've seen any of these movies, without spoiling anything, let me know what you think in the comments below. As I said, with these unboxings, I don't do them very often just because I don't have things brought to my house very often. You know, whenever I'm picking up movies, I either get, you know, I actually go to the store and pick them out myself, or if I do have things sent to the house, it's just one or two movies where there's no point doing an unboxing. So I enjoy doing these, but I sometimes go off script. Well, I don't have a script. Sometimes I just ramble and talk shit and whatever, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this haul from Umbrella Entertainment, and thank you for joining me, and I'll see you for another video soon. Peace.